Okay, hi everyone. I hope you're okay. I thought that today I would film and upload for you a recipe that I'm making, or that at least I thought I was making, which was going to be Quorn chicken, the vegan pieces, as you can see here. These, for anyone following Slimming World, are free on the plan. I believe they're also considered protein. I was going to make some lovely kebab skewers with a load of Mediterranean veg, flavoured with some harissa and some chipotle. That didn't quite work out as planned, as you'll see as I go through. But I was still able to use all of the ingredients that I prepared. I just had to be slightly flexible in doing that. I'm soaking these Quorn pieces just to make them a little bit more flexible so that I can get the skewers through them. But as you just saw there, they are completely usable straight from frozen. Usually you can just throw them into whatever sauce you're cooking them in, um, either on the hob or in the air fryer, between 10 and 12 minutes. All I'm doing here is just adding a cup of boiling hot water from my Breville hot cup, and I'm just going to leave those to one side to set for 5 minutes or so. So here what I'm doing is struggling really badly to chop my courgettes. As you can see, this chopping board does not like to sit still on my surface. And I realised that if I didn't get a tea towel out, I was very likely to slice off my thumbs and remaining fingers. So yeah, round two, let's have another go at that. Chopping vegetables, the sequel. Here we go. These courgettes were absolutely delicious. They were again, the wonky courgettes from Morrison's. Really, really huge. I know that obviously they're in season at the moment, but I think for £1.29 or maybe £1.59, again, I can't remember, there were possibly 4 or 5 of these giant courgettes in that bag. So I'm just slicing them, trying to keep them around about the same size because it's been a while since I've used my George Foreman grill, but I know that it's, where possible, best to keep everything of a similar size so that everything touches the top and the bottom hot plate. I'll just pop these over to one side for now, dropping loads. As you can see, my hands, again, I think got camera shy. And here we go, adding some peppers as well. As an aside, while you can see me just chopping away on the screen, this is the very first video that I've made so far, which I have filmed entirely on my phone, and I'm also editing this entirely on my phone. So fingers crossed that this will all go together quite smoothly, and I'll be able to upload it directly from my phone. I did say last week that I had made the transition from Apple to Android. I've got myself, for now, a Google Pixel 7. At first, I found it really, really traumatic changing over. I've had my iPhone for forever, way back from the iPhone 1 days. So I was really, really familiar with the iOS operating systems and thought that I'd really, really struggle with an Android. However, so far, so good. The fact that I'm able to film and edit and do a voiceover and upload directly from my phone, I am hoping now that going forward, I'll be able to meet that ideal new recording and uploading schedule that I've arranged for myself. So let's see if this does go up. Let me know in the comments if you can see it or if there are any major problems that I might need to look into with the editing. What have we got here? Oh, some button mushrooms. So I put in a ready yellow pepper. I didn't bother with a green pepper. I'm going to use that later today to batch cook some chili. And here I am just throwing everything into the bowl alongside the Quorn chicken. And here I've got some 1 calorie spray. That's just the Morrison's rapeseed oil one. Putting in a few squirts, nothing too over the top of these. And here I'm putting in some of the Alfez harissa paste. Really, really tasty. It is quite hot, so if you're somebody who doesn't like the taste of green chili, you might not like this. I put in what looks like a tablespoon there. And here I've got the Santa Maria chipotle paste. And to this, I am throwing in 2 teaspoons worth. I actually, when I was doing this, I had checked the sin values before, based on one of them being sinned per teaspoon and one being sinned per tablespoon. And would you believe it, when it came to me adding them, and here I'm just stirring it all together, I got them the wrong way round. So the correct sin values, should you wish to make this, are as follows. The chipotle paste is just half a sin per level tablespoon, and for the harissa paste, it is half a sin per teaspoon. So I have rounded my usage up, and I'm going to call that a total of 2.5 sins for this entire big bowl of vegetables and Quorn chicken. Now at this point, I completely forgot to add the beautiful yellow and red cherry tomatoes that I had. So I do throw those in off camera and add those to this meal. And this is where everything went wrong, because as you can see, my stupid George Foreman has decided to stop working. So back to the drawing board. I added a tin of tomatoes to the ingredients that I'd already prepared, and I thought, you know what, I'll just see what happens if I put it in my Ninja, bake it on high. Oh no, in fact I've air fried it, not baked it. I air fried it for 20 minutes. What was the result like? Well, let's find out. It was actually really, really tasty. I had it with one of the VT basmati rice pouches. As you know, I do prefer to use these than cook masses of rice which gets wasted. These portions are great for one, and they're just once in a portion. And I managed to get 5 whole portions out of the sort of roasted harissa Quorn chicken Mediterranean vegetable mix. And this is what it looked like as I was plating it up. You can see those lovely yellow and red cherry tomatoes as well in there. And I worked out that for this entire portion, it probably came to just under 2 sins. I rounded it up and called it 2 sins for the meal. Was it tasty? Yes, it was really, really lovely. It wasn't quite what I wanted or what I'd originally planned on having, but all in all, a really tasty, really filling meal. 2 sins, all it was. Join me for my weigh-in video tomorrow. All the best. Bye bye.